and you're in America, it might accelerate some sort of.
Well, that's what. Well, that's what the Texas guy was, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Because it was yet another terror attack. Well, let's not forget the Senegalese Muslim who killed 2 people and shot like 6 or 7 others in Austin, Texas, like not even a week ago.
No.
Where was he radicalized?
Well, that's the thing. Like, that's 2 in less than a week since we have gone after Iran. Like, this is
they are related.
Not good for me.
Yeah, I spoke about this when I did my first video about the Iran war. I was like, every terrorist attack that happens in this country should be considered collateral damage for the Iran war. I'm not again, I still believe me, this makes me support bombing them more than ever. But there is this article right here. Iran is activating sleeper cells outside the country in a new intercepted report. I mean, this is what was to be expected. You're going to have a lot of people trying to. Now, what's interesting is these 2 didn't mention anything about the Iran war, at least right now, and they seem very willing to talk. Sergeant says it's weird that they were trying to bomb the mayor's house, but didn't even throw it at the house. They threw it at the police in the street instead. Yeah, well, what's funny is New York City, half their cops are Muslims too. They just had a big scandal where did you see that, where some Muslim cop was doing his prayer rug in a convenience store? Some black guys what the fuck is this, man? Get the fuck out of here. I was like, hey, okay. It's crazy. Sergeant says, how much you want to bet as soon as one of these Muslims attacks and kills somebody, the left will immediately going to blame Trump? Oh, yeah, no, it's going to be about the Iran war. That's going to be, it's not going to be Muslims, it's not going to be radicalized Muslims, to be fairly more specific. But it's going to be, well, if Trump didn't attack Iran, then, if Trump wasn't fighting Israel's war, then we wouldn't have terrorists here.
Right. They're already here.
They've been here. Yeah, thanks to Joe Biden and Obama.
Joe Biden, and also decades of not taking immigration more seriously. I mean, Joe Biden is the most recent problem, but that's... That's not this has been going on for a little while. I mean, the guy in Austin got here in the early 2000s on a tourist visa. Eventually he got a green card, but to me, the implication is that he was here on an expired visa for some time before he got married. At least
he should have been deported too, because he had broken the law multiple times while here on a tourist visa. My senator says, you guys know the CIA literally owns ISIS, right? Look, that may be true, but I don't know what to say about that. All that basically does is lead us to a dead end on. So it's okay, so the CIA
own ISIS, why are they letting American citizens be put in harm's way?
Well, they would say it's a false flag, it's to do this or that, or to get more sentiment up for the war. I don't know.
I don't think that's true.
I don't either.
I mean, you can cloak anything in tinfoil, I guess, but to a certain extent, mass migration is here regardless of what the CIA is doing.
Yeah, McCloud says the working class got pushed out. All you got left are hipsters and foreigners in New York City. That's probably true. And then nobody wants to go back. I think that you see this. Iran is activating sleeper cells outside of the country. I bet you there will be a wave of attacks over the next week or 2. I felt there's going to be more. People are worried about oil prices. I'm worried about Allah Akbar blowing themselves up. That's what I'm more worried about than paying a few extra dollars per gallon. I'm not saying it's not a big deal. There was a big deal under Biden when gas prices were high, but they were not high because Biden's war. They were high because Biden was a moron. And there was a temporary strike, but my opinion is I saw this headline. I just laughed out loud. They're Trump doesn't rule out taking Iran's oil. I'm like, what the fuck do you think this is about? You think we're not taking their oil? Hello, McFly. You think we didn't take that? You don't think we're taking Venezuela? You don't think that Trump acted on Venezuela when he did to help soften the blow of this? People are whoa. Yeah, we took over a country that had I think the world's 2nd largest oil reserve, or 3rd largest. and Iran has the first or second. Like, there was a reason that we got friendly with Venezuela before we did Iran. Like, there's just no way the two things aren't related. Right. And I guarantee you, like, as quick as the headlines about gas prices hit, Trump's going to be like, he's got a press conference today at 3 o'clock. He's going to be like, we're releasing from the strategic oil reserve, blah, 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 blah. Oil's going to go back down to $70 or $80 a barrel. I just have this feeling.
Dude, I hope so. I bought a car this morning, and that was less fun than last week. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know what are the prices now. Last I felt like they were in the twos. Did it go up like?
Mine was over $3. It was like $3.50.
Okay, so it went up like almost $1 a gallon. Bystander says, fast flags used to be believable. I think you mean false. They didn't even have a note saying Iran was. They didn't even have a note saying Iran was here. Yeah, that's true. I do think Jeremy says gas prices don't bother him, but he owns 2 Teslas and dogs and 40 acres. Gas prices wouldn't bother me either. Brother, I drive an F-150. What are you talking about? Like,
no, you're just a rich guy from the internet. You're not like us working class people.
Yeah, I drive a gas truck that gets like 14 miles to the gallon. What are you talking about? And I filled up Friday, but I only needed like 5 gallons. Trump is right. Jeremy can't stand it, but I don't get it. Trump is right about what? I'm not sure. I don't think gas prices are another way that Americans have to pay for these stupid wars, which I don't support. Like, if you want to do this, then he needs to immediately release strategic reserve oil. He needs to immediately Of course, yeah, he's going to address gas prices. If he doesn't, like, I don't. Well, he's going to talk about Islamic radical Islam. He's going to tie it into Iran because that's what I would do. Gas prices have been high for like 30 seconds. Let's just give the guy a second. All it takes, and by the way, just so people understand how gas prices work, okay? All the gas you're pumping into your gas tank was paid for like years ago. They change prices based on speculation and the market. So the second Trump announces, well, I'm going to release some more oil from the strategic reserve, or Venezuela is going to give us more oil or whatever like that, the prices will go down immediately. It's not like we need to wait for new oil to come in and new gasoline to come in. It's just like gas prices are like a futures market almost, if that's the right word. Like, my house runs on liquid propane. So for my heater and like everything in my house runs on propane. I bought propane for the next 10 years. Like, I locked in my price. That's the same way the oil and gas market works, you know, and like, all he has to do is announce he's going to do something and it'll go down. So just, you know, before most people even have to fill up their tank again. Now, if he doesn't, gas goes back to $4 or $5 a gallon. Well, I'm going to be right with the rabble being like, hey, I already wasn't great about this war.
Right.
I was, yes, Jeremy's correct. The price of gas is speculated. It's not pinned to the current price or even supply of oil. That's why prices will go up overnight if a world event threatens supply, but doesn't. Right, exactly. So, propane, I tell you what, yeah, I do have a lot of propane and propane accessories. Shout out to King of the Hill, one of the greatest shows of all time. I will also say, even the new King of the Hill, while I don't like that they kicked off the guy that did Dale Gribble's voice, because I think he made some J6 posts or something like that.
Died.
It's still not bad.
Animated series voices have some sort of J6 message. Didn't that happen to like one of the
It happened to
Bob's Burgers?
Yeah, it happened to a guy that voiced Jimmy Pesto on Bob's Burgers, and they just cut Jimmy Pesto from the show altogether. I'm like, you know, yeah, it was not great.
What does that say about the animated industry? I'll just let that one lie.
Right, exactly. He died. Yes, I was confusing that. It was Jimmy Pesto that was the J6 guy. Dale Gribble passed away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, yeah. So, it is a different voice. He does sound... But they kept Dale Gribble, and they... I'm also thinking about Squidbillies. Yes, thank you. Unknown Hinson. Yes. Squidbillies was another guy that got fired. I love Squidbillies. But anyway, yeah, here's Biden calling black people dumb.
And a segue.
Oh wait, let's go here. Well, by the way, well here, I'll play that first.
If I told you all earlier when I was a kid I had a cleft palate, or club foot, not even gonna laugh. But it's okay to laugh at stuttering. I'm not being critical of you, but think about it. It's the one place where people think you're stupid. Oh, really?
No, I think lots of people are stupid for a lot of different things.
Sorry, is he even acknowledging about Jesse Jackson and just talking about his stutter?
Yeah. Oh wait, he calls him stupid.
That's smarter than most of it. Oh, really? A hell of a lot smarter than most of it. All kidding aside,
he even has the same cadence. Come on, guys. And then I think Jesse Jackson's kid came out and like blasted Joe Biden and Obama for politicizing his funeral. Because I think they both spurred about Trump.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't care. I don't like whatever. But yeah, I thought it was funny that I'm sure Jesse Jackson's kid is a Democrat. I'm
sure. I am too. I think also just not tell you that Joe Biden isn't protected by the DNC political elite anymore.
Yeah.
He does seem like he's doing a little better. I mean, maybe the rest is helping him. This is more coherent than I felt like he was at the end of his term. But if he isn't allowed to make a political statement at a funeral, I guess they really don't want to hear from him at all. Obama, they'd be like, go for it, man.
Yeah.
She can make anything for him.
Yeah, she put some hot sauce on it. Now, Trump has said he will not sign any bills until the Save America Act passes. Fucking finally. Like, he should have said this a month ago. And that may come up in his press conference today, too. And he said it supersedes everything else. Must go to the front of the line. This is not for us. This is for Senator Thune and the rest of the people in Congress, right? And not the watered down version. Go for the gold. Must show voter ID, proof of citizenship. No mail-in ballots except for military, illness, disability, or travel, and no men and women's sports. Get rid of that. I don't care about the trans shit. Get the election. Put this off on another bill. Like, Trump got ruthlessly dragged for this, too. Like, get rid of that.
For the trans part?
Yeah. Like, people were deliberately misrepresenting it, but also, like,
yeah.
It's not. I care about the election. I don't care about the trans stuff. That already has worked itself out. Like, these lawsuits are just going to end it.
But I just think that there is a certain, heartstrings effect. That this issue really opened a lot of people's eyes to what's going on, and so I understand why he's mentioning it.
Well, he won the election because of it.
Right, and so, while I do think a lot of progress is made, I get why. There's a couple of things.
Yeah.
I mean, Biden's economy was rough. Immigration for a lot of us, but some of the social issues gender issues, they were influential. So apparently, the hypothetically, a law could become a bill could become law even if Trump doesn't sign it. It was 10 days to sign it or something.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a full punch, but it is meaningful. I also think that it's sort of a lighting fire from the Republicans that they need to get their act together on this. I'm not sure where we are with SAVE. I mean, okay, so you can see it says the House sent bill to the Senate last month.
They said they had the votes. I saw that a week ago.
What are we doing?
Yeah, I'm like, well, if you have the votes, why aren't you get it done, man? What are you waiting for?
And they were away from Congress last week. There are some scheduling stuff, but it seems weird to me that they're not just driving this home. I mean, I know there's some pushback from Democrats, but this seems like a reasonable thing to put through. It makes me nervous that they're sort of, it seems like slow walking.
Well, there's also a core promise. Election integrity is something that is important to me. Passing the SAVE Act is important to me. And, if the doom pillars are right and we lose the majority in the midterms, this could possibly be his last chance. He's not going to get it passed if we lose the majority.
Right.
So, by the way, I do want to shout out anybody who's watching the show. If you're a first-time viewer or maybe a long-time viewer, make sure if you're watching like on the homepage of Rumble or maybe you're watching wherever you're watching, make sure you click through to the channel and you click follow, the green follow button down below, or subscribe if you're wherever you're watching, because we will go live. Occasionally, I might even go live for Trump's press conference tonight. I don't know. I'll have to get some more information on maybe what he's going to talk about. But it's absolutely free to do, and all it does is notify you when we're live. That's all.
It's 3 Eastern. Did you say it was 3?
If it's 3 Eastern, then it's happening right. Well, we can just wait for it. Yeah, let me look. Hannah Claire, let the people know while I look that up where they can find you too.
That's why I did that, so that you would stop talking about
Stop promoting yourself.
No, guys, if you are watching, please subscribe. It's fun to be here multiple times a week. Tomorrow with Astrocast, etc., etc. If you want to follow me, I'm on Rumble and YouTube. Hannah Claire B in both places. I'm also Hannah Claire B, it's all one word, on X, and I'm Hannah Claire B on Instagram.
That's till 5:30-ish.
5:30.
Yeah, ish, whatever that means. He's waiting until after the market. Yeah, he's waiting until after the market's closed. So they're saying 5:30.
Got a call from the new Ayatollah of Iran, and then he's going to show up and be like, okay, here we are.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, maybe I'll stream it since it's now till 4:30. U.S. Trump has announced on his Truth Social platform we'll give a press conference at 5:30 or 21:30 Greenwich Mean Time. I think that's going to be important. I think it's going to be an important one. I don't think he can not talk about obviously what happened in New York. I think it'd be a great opportunity to torch Mamdani a little bit and be like, this guy's worried about.
He's been like, we're best friends, and Mamdani is like, please stop, I hate you.
Yeah. I think that would be interesting. We'll have to see.
I think that there are a lot of headlines he's never going to talk about. Like
yes.
The school, the oil reserves, it's a rough time to be.
It's a good time to do one. It's a good time to get out there and get people calmed down.
And this is where his strength over Biden. Biden is always fighting for the press. And Trump can handle it.
I thought this was an interesting article that you sent to me about autism. I'll let you take the lead on this one because it is kind of like it ties into the Somali autism fraud. It ties into the everybody has autism. It ties into a lot of stories that are going on right now.
Right. The everyone has autism thing makes me crazy. I know some people will be like, well, I'm autistic then. I'm like, you're definitely not. You might have anxiety, you might have depression, you might have a personality disorder. But to simplify everything down to it's autism is, to me, has always been backwards. And I was really interested to see this professor who has studied autism, that's what the professional career is based around, saying basically this idea of an autism spectrum has been stretched so far that it's a useless diagnostic tool. And she goes on to talk about the fact that, if you get your kid diagnosed with autism, they're potentially, if your parent, they get extra services. It's not bad that would be the case. A couple months ago, I saw an article talking about how the rates of accommodations for enrolling college freshmen has spiked.
Yeah.
They've all gotten diagnosed with something so that they can get extra time, extra assistance. But why would you not? If you can use that to benefit you in some way, it doesn't. The stigma of a label doesn't hurt them the same way. Especially in some ways, the favorite response is Elon Musk has autism. He's super rich.
Yeah. It's not the real autism where you're it's a real learning disability. There's a difference between Asperger's and then being non-communicative autistic, right, which is the autism that really needs help.
Well, and I would say there's a difference between being socially anxious or having OCD and having autism.
Yes.
Just because you're quirky and you got a special interest doesn't mean that you're on the autism spectrum. But as you alluded to, being able to basically say actually tons of kids with autism in the day and age of technology, in the day and age of funding, can be used by some communities to benefit them. And that was the basis for a lot of the fraud in Minnesota. I mean, the other aspect of me is people are really on guard for this, right? People are worried about it. There's lots of anxiety about kids, and I think
look at what RFK is doing too. RFK is bringing up, just the numbers. That was really with the normies like myself, where they were used to be 1 in 30,000. Now it's 1 in 30. It's like, whoa, what?
Right.
Like,
and that's
what?
we hit this crossroads where, like, it is probably being overdiagnosed. I think that there are probably things that are
because of this,
because of the money. But then also, as it explodes, people wonder, is it like in our water or our vaccines or whatever it is? You know, like, there becomes this urgency to figure out, well, how do I prevent this from happening? Until they're like, actually, I could.
Hey, Tater Salad.
Actually, like,
how you doing, MCC? Good to see you.
It hits these.
Gives me that sweet Adderall prescription.
Right, like, it is interesting to see how for some people they can use it to their advantage, while other people, like parents or whatever, are looking at it as like something they need to guard against. They're checking all their food labels and worrying about.
I was going to ask you if you were interested in doing hash mashing again this year.
That is not, again, like, it makes it crazy that when TikTok girls are like,
yeah,
girl, that's not it. That's not it at all.
Yeah.
To me, it makes it's, you know.
Hello.
Hello, Doc.
Yep.
Are done that, so right. Have that we sit and get things, but I haven't heard.
Okay. Yeah. John, but she wasn't around, so.
Gotcha. I think she was going to reach out to the accountant to get the P&L.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I'm hoping that things get moving for you quickly. So.
Yeah, me too. Like I said, and if there's anything, feel free to call or send me an email. Sometimes I don't see the emails right away, but call or text, I don't care. Like I said, I want to get this done.
All right. So. I don't want to bug you during the day because I know you're working too.
Well, I'm on the road a lot, but yeah, but it's a text. I'll always, once I get stopped, be able to check it. So.
Gotcha. Okay. Sounds good.
Yep. Bye.
All right. Well, as soon as I hear anything, I will let you know. So, but if you have something before I do.
All right. Have a good day.
All right. Thanks, Doc.
Yep. That would be perfect. Bring them all. Sorry, I had you muted for a minute because I was dealing with a call. Once I got past the personal stuff, I unmuted you. But yeah, for sure, MCC. I'd love to have Spanky there. Ian and Pam. Yeah, for sure. Not sure I've met them, but I think I've seen them work with you before. So. I lost my radio show. I'm just running out to Defiance, Ohio, real quick to pick up a laptop that needs to be reset for a new employee. So let me get my satellite radio working again here.
And get a free 7-day trial at ReelsPlus.com. That's Reels with a Z, or anywhere you get your streaming.
Of course, I get it back on, and we're on commercial. Sanity. I know you don't do most of your stuff live. You really should consider starting to upload Rumble more often. You can do premieres now on Rumble and shorts as well. It's really, and honestly, it's probably the easiest platform in the world to get monetized in. And with your viewership, you'll get a nice number. Why are we going so fucking slow? Oh, they're actually working. Okay. They've been working all winter, so it's like a new exit here.
This Monday, it's 800-941-SEAN if you want to join us. Just a week into this campaign, and it is unbelievable the shock and awe and overwhelming, power of the U.S. and Israel, their military might over Iran, and we've got a lot to get to in the course of the program, including these homegrown domestic terrorists, ISIS-inspired. Tish, what's her name? Jessica Tish, the NYPD commissioner, acknowledging these two kids in New York that had these IEDs, about to blow them up near Gracie Mansion. Thank God nothing happened. Apparently watching online videos of ISIS, which is a cancer that we've got to deal with this too. And there's so much that you need to know and understand about this online network. And President Trump, for example, said Monday, if you go online, you will read that Donald Trump's about to send boots on the ground. That is not the history of Donald Trump. That is not the Trump doctrine. That's not how he defeated ISIS. Took out Soleimani, Baghdadi, and associates. It's not what he did by dropping the mother of all bombs on Afghanistan. 14 bunker busters in Operation Midnight Hammer. It's not what he's been doing with Epic Fury. He's leaving open the possibility. He doesn't want to put handcuffs on himself, but that's not his goal, not his history. He wants to degrade them, but ultimately says that the Iranian people will decide. I see Americans on the ground helping the Iranians build back their oil manufacturing capabilities soon. Yeah, I guess maybe protected by a small force, maybe, yeah. A lot has to happen. None of this is easy, and this is the frustrating part to me. And I'm not going to waste a lot of time trying to convince stupid people out there that have delved into the world of online conspiracy theories. He's acting at the behest of Bibi. No, he's not. That is not Donald Trump. He's not acting at the behest of Bibi. He is acting in America's best national interest. I've explained this over and over again. If you don't learn from history, you are doomed to repeat it. How often have you heard that in your life? And the last 100 years, human history, what do we know? Mao, China, Stalin, Russia, Hitler.
I know, I haven't seen it yet. I kind of was off grid most of the weekend except for last night. I'll pull it up and take a peek. Down in Union City, Three Rivers area.
The president understands that a nuclear armed Iran, and I won't argue with stupid people, If you don't see the nature of this threat, I will never convince you, but you are dumb. You are really dumb. And because you don't understand radical ideologues that have been fomenting terror, as evidenced by being the #1 state sponsor of terror and killing Americans over the years. It can't happen. And the president has repeatedly said, for future generations, you've got to see emerging threats. And sometimes it's in your national security interest to act now while it's easy, rather than later when it's going to be much harder, and meaning or impossible, like in the case of North Korea. And now we have, little rocket man with his arsenal of nuclear weapons. It is a clear and present danger. And not anything. However, I don't even put him on the same level as the supreme leader and the Ayatollahs and radical Islamists and murder guy and the sick, twisted, radical Islamo-fascist ideology of these radicals. They're nuts. They are absolutely, and they're dangerous.
So let me take a peek.
The president said, in spite of what you might, he's nowhere near ordering boots on the ground. His history has not shown that. And it comes, mid reports about, and this is where the online lying comes in. And let me just educate everybody out there so you are very keenly aware. There are groups of people out there that are trying especially to influence us, and they're targeting mostly young people. And understand not everything you read online and every comment you read online is even real. And if you've not experienced or experimented with artificial intelligence, you need to become well versed in it, and you will see how sophisticated it is. But you have countries that don't like us, our top geopolitical foes. That would include China and Russia and Iran and even
any of those
countries that are paying for bots to be built, and they are so human-seeming that it is.
Here it is.
The difference. Then you have another group of people. You have the online anonymous keyboard warriors that live in their parents' basement and have nothing to do all day but send out.
Oh, I see that live. Okay. 2 days ago. Yeah.
Some people in our industry don't ever read this crap unless you want to feel horrible about yourself. It's not. A lot of it's not real.
I was actually in Frankenmuth until last night.
You have to wonder whether their opinions, if they're both influencers, where their money's coming from. Follow the money. Well, is it coming directly from?
Let's see. Playing it now. Some nut assaulted you. Holy crap. Is this live? I didn't see that part.
Sorry, guys, I can't read the chat. But I'm in Southwest Michigan. Tornado touchdown. I believe they're saying it has killed 6 people so far that they know of. It happened yesterday around 4:30, I think it was. I'm coming to see what it looks like, document it, show the world. My camera's set up on a tripod in my passenger seat, so I can't really see the chat right now, guys. So bear with me. I was told that Union City and Burlington, Michigan, right along M60, where the worst hit area is. But I have a friend.
Okay, so you'll be putting it back up then.
That said that her town was also devastated. So we're going to drive through all 3 of them.
Okay. just the drive thing. I like it. Yeah, oops. Well, that's not your fault. I mean, it happens. Back on Hannity, I guess.
Nobody wants to mess with the Israelis or America right now after what they have witnessed with Operation Midnight Hammer and Operation Epic Fury. They don't want to mess with us. Trump is warning Iran's new leader is not going to last long.
But yeah, I'm not even sure what day it's supposed to be. It should be coming up soon. Everyone thinks it's 420, but it's usually the first weekend in April. Let me see if I can find it.
There's a whole issue online about betting markets.
Bash Ann Arbor
You can actually bet on
2026.
this stuff, and they're going to end up getting people killed.
Yeah, April 4th, the first weekend.
It is
First Saturday, April 4th. Oh, it's my wife's birthday.
Maybe all boring lives in some ways, and it's fracturing people. They get addicted to this. It's worse than crack.
55th annual.
Addiction experts.
Oh, so
anyway, the president, the first lady, together.
The first Hash Bash happened a month before I was born.
An American God, ever. We don't ever want that. Let me tell you something. If you don't believe that a nuclear-armed Iran is a clear present danger to this country, you don't understand radicalism. You just don't. You don't remember what happened.
All right, cool. I'd like to watch it.
Our battleships are 100 times more.
Yeah, like I said, you really should start uploading your content to Rumble as well.
Understands freedom.
It's really starting to blow up.
How do we know that? Ronald Reagan taught us that. Ronald Reagan was right.
I always simulcast when I'm live to Rumble. I actually use the Rumble Studio mobile app when I'm doing this.
We really don't know if this guy has any power or who's really.
Let me run in and grab this real quick.
Iranian's foreign minister rejecting Trump's demand.
Let me make sure I know the door codes. Oh, I'll just take my phone with me. I'll be right back. Turn this up.
To slow down, and it's just ratcheting up because they are taking no chances. And the idea here is, if you don't understand Trump's mentality, he obliterated the ISIS caliphate. He obliterated these nuclear sites so they couldn't enrich any more uranium. Steve Witkoff offered them civilian use, low enriched uranium, but they couldn't enrich and turn it into weapons grade for free in perpetuity. They said no, which tells you everything about what their motivation has been and continues to be. Between the IDF and the U.S. military, IDF, new wave of strikes targeting 400 Iranian military infrastructure sites. This has been, you look at the before and after satellite imagery, it is unbelievably spectacular. Report this weekend, it was raining oil on Tehran. Unreal. Iran's proxies, yeah, they're waging war on Israel, but they're all getting their asses kicked too, including, you have in Lebanon, Hezbollah, and then the Houthis are threatening to engage, but they're afraid to engage because they know what's going to happen to them also. And it's sad, but we have to, are we going to learn the lessons of history, or are we going to repeat them? To me, that's what this whole thing is all about. I don't think this is going to be a forever war. Hopefully we won't need any Americans ever on the ground, except maybe, maybe we'll need oil experts to help them extract the oil, and they can pay for their own liberation and also create great wealth for the Iranian people so that this once great Persian culture can reemerge. By the way, President Trump was great. The United Kingdom, our once great ally, maybe the greatest of them all, finally giving serious thought on sending 2 aircraft carriers to the Middle East. That's okay, Prime Minister Starmer. We don't need them any longer, but we will remember. We don't need people to join wars, after we've already won the war. He didn't mean win, as in finished. I mean, too little, too late. Then they had a phone call about Iran today. And Starmer, thanks, but no thanks. I mean, between him, Macron, and others,
all right.
I've been telling you that Europe is gone. I'm not wrong. They have unfettered immigration.
I wear a Berna.
Great Britain would have 87
on my hip.
reports. Whoever thought there'd be no-go zones in France and elsewhere in Europe. They have neglected the national defense. They've adopted radical socialism and radical climate alarmism.
That ought to get us some content.
Anyway, by the way, this just came in, and we're going to get into this homegrown terrorism issue at the bottom of this.
I want to get a compact burner. They're $500, so that's going to have to wait.
Gracie Mansion bomb thrower. Apparently, it just was reported moments ago, grew up in a $2.5 million home. Well, of a rich person. Maybe Mamdani might be a little more sympathetic to the police that were ambushed, and it was not a kid's snowball fight. And we'll get into Mamdani's wife apparently liking as many as 70 pro-Hamas posts on Instagram and other social media right after the October 7th attack. Wow. Unreal. Mamdani declined to mention that the bombers were radical Islamists. I'm not sure. Trained by ISIS in these online videos, as Jessica Tisch, the commissioner, said. Anyway, we'll get into that. The other side is...
I don't know, have you seen my burner? I don't think I wore it last time we were there.
Let me paint you a picture. Imagine this is your life. You're in Israel right now. It's midnight. Sirens are blaring. You have seconds to grab your child, run, get to a bomb shelter. God forbid you're elderly and your legs don't work like they used to. Getting downstairs may feel impossible. And after all that, you end up in a bomb shelter for hours and days. And, you can't make that trek again. So you end up staying there. That is everyday life, sadly, for the people in Israel. Many have been displaced. They've lost their homes. And as Operation Epic Fury continues, children are traumatized, families exhausted, homes destroyed. And that's why we're proud to partner with the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. They're there on the ground bringing food, emergency.
Yeah, I haven't been live for, other than last night, what I was covering last night, for almost a week. So I got to start getting on the regular again just to keep my normal people coming in.
Israel as they fight for their very survival.
I should keep it in my vehicle all the time. I'm not allowed to carry a firearm, so. Because of past discrepancies. Similar to Spanky's, but definitely changed my life since then. Actually, when I was muted earlier, I was talking to the bank. We're trying to buy a business up here, so we'll see. These government shutdowns fucked us up, kind of.
Even after he passed away, he was still able to provide for my mom. And of course, by extension, my brother and I.
Delayed it.
Life insurance for my family, my wife, and 4 kids. The best place to get life insurance is ethos.com. Because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test. Just a few health.
Yeah, it has, I stagger the balls in it. One's a pepper ball, one's a kinetic ball. So. Hannity talks about them all the time. It's called a Byrna, BRYNA.
10 minutes to your family.
They're legal to carry.
Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/Slater. Rates may vary per monthly. Ethos.com/Slater.
Attention investors, profits from your investment portfolio need protection. We all know stocks and equities don't just go up. At some point, a market correction takes place. You want to protect and profit, right? How? Check out the RV resort and vacation rental market. The best real estate play in the market today. It's booming. It does well in good economic times and even better in any downturn. Add something that can protect and generate profits to you. Go to resortpropertiesgroup.com to learn more. That's resortpropertiesgroup.com. Talk to the experts about how to use your IRAs, self-directed IRAs, and 401k plans. Go to resortpropertiesgroup.com or call now 888-307-1685. That's 888-307-1685. Early callers qualify for a free week stay at one of our affiliated
That's what she said.
Don't wait. Go to resortpropertiesgroup.com, resortpropertiesgroup.com, or call 888-307-1685. Individual results may vary. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. Westwood Financial Group is not an owner.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you
keep your stuff between the seats here in the holster.
Once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley. Big old hole for the balls, the big balls.
800-722-1144. That's 800-722-1144. 800-722-1144.
That's a pepper ball. The first one I think is a kinetic ball. It's inside of it still. Let's see. The stripes, the red and gray ones are the pepper balls, and that's the kinetic ball. That's the burner symbol.
These are Ryan's own words, and they speak volumes about what Relief Factor can do for you. I told you about my buddy Tom, an avid golfer out on the green almost every single day. He said without Relief Factor, he wouldn't be able to swing freely because of shoulder pain or back pain. But since taking it, he said he stayed active, comfortable, and confident in his swing. He is a scratch golfer. That's why I encourage you to try Relief Factor yourself and see what it can do for you. Don't wait. If you're dealing with daily pain, launch your 3-week quick start and see what Relief Factor can do for you. 800-4-RELIEF, 800-4-RELIEF, or go to relieffactor.com. That's relieffactor.com. How will it feel to be out of pain? 800-4-RELIEF, relieffactor.com.
The high concentration powder and the pepper balls.
Are you a small business owner struggling with cash flow issues? Look no further than AmeriFactors, a trusted partner in business funding. With AmeriFactors, you can turn your unpaid invoices into fast cash. Say goodbye to long payment cycles and hello to quick and easy funding options, even with less than perfect credit, including bankruptcies. If you need working capital to make payroll, buy inventory, or to expand your business, AmeriFactors has got you covered.
AmeriFactors has been one of the best decisions our company made. We have grown tremendously and developed a lasting business relationship with them.
With AmeriFactors, you can focus on what you do best, running your business, while they take care of providing cash flow and accounts receivable management. Their team of experts are dedicated to providing personalized solutions focused on the success of your business. Fuel your business growth with AmeriFactors. Call AmeriFactors today, 800-884-FUND. That's 800-884-3863, or visit AmeriFactors.com. This is Sirius XM Patriot, Channel 125.
Let's see, this weekend, Chicago, body count, 14 shots, 6 fatally. I'm sure that Democrats are going to be protesting there. Oil started going over $100 a barrel today. And G7 nations stood up and said they are ready to tap their reserves. And the price of oil then declined significantly. I don't know where it is now, but after soaring above $100 a barrel earlier in the day, stocks bounced off their lows as investors weighed the potential release of crude reserves. Bottom line is that this will be a short-term problem. I agree with the Energy Secretary, I agree with the President. And
yeah, it's already down to 92 oil after they said they're going to tap the reserves.
The President's actions in Venezuela, what he has done to ramp up energy dominance in this country, and a likely partnership on energy that will emerge out of this conflict with Iran, I think in the end, we end up doing a million times better in terms of the price of energy, in spite of a short-term hit. Anyway, we'll come back. Domestic terrorists, what do we do? We'll give you the latest.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it,
Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-475-1818. That's 800-475-1818.
In sports and in life, some things never go out of style. Heart, hustle, and patriotism. Black Rifle Coffee Company didn't find patriotism in 2026. They were founded on it. Built by veterans, BRCC has always stood for discipline, effort, and backing the people who put in the work. As America celebrates its 250th birthday, Black Rifle Coffee is fueling students, athletes, and fans who know that nothing worth winning comes easy. That mindset carries beyond the field.
Still really hasn't gotten anywhere near the
veterans, first responders, and American communities.
2022 prices.
Tailgates or on your commute with Wake in the Neighbors. Power through the day with Cactus Wash. Or keep tradition alive.
You got up to like
176 rows. And BRCC is
25 a gallon.
26 strong. Try the new cold brew coffee cans in just black and vanilla. Cold, smooth, and loaded with caffeine. Or grab Great Zero Sugar Grape Energy Drink with 200 milligrams of caffeine. Veteran founded, American roasted. Black Rifle Coffee is America's coffee. Pick it up at Walmart, Target, Kroger, your local Black Rifle Coffee shop, or at blackriflecoffee.com.
Small business funding approved and funded same day? At a bank? Impossible. At Cardiff, it's the norm. My name's William Stern. In 2004, I built Cardiff to make it faster and easier to access business funding. We believe that if you have the revenue, you should have the capital. That's why we've made it possible to get your business approved and funded as fast as today. Since 2004, Cardiff has funded over $12 billion for American small businesses, helping owners grow without the red tape. Our online application takes less than 5 minutes with absolutely zero impact on your personal credit. If you've been in business for at least a year and are doing $20,000 in monthly revenue, you could qualify for up to $500,000 in same-day funding. Don't let the big banks slow you down. Go to cardiff.co/SXM. That's cardiff.co/SXM. Real growth, fast funding. Cardiff. Borrow better.
A Social Security update. 70 million Americans collect Social Security benefits today, and millions more will join soon. Now, a new study finds 70% of Americans don't get the full benefits they deserve. But recipients can use simple strategies to boost Social Security benefits by as much as $188,000 over a lifetime. Social Security expert Michael Allen says it's true and reveals 5 key strategies to increase your benefits. It's all in his free special report. Newsmax calls the report your best guide for bigger Social Security benefits. Whether you're getting benefits or soon will, you need the Social Security report. Get it free. Call 800-999-9690. 800-999-9690. We'll text it to you right away, along with President Trump's act cutting 800-999-9690. 800-999-9690. Text and data rates may apply.
Is your old bathroom more like a chore than a relaxing retreat? Transform that old space into a spa-like sanctuary in as little as 1 day with Jacuzzi Bath Remodel. Jacuzzi offers a variety of affordable custom designs tailored to your style and budget needs. And with our safety-focused features, you won't have to sacrifice beauty. For peace of mind, Jacuzzi Bath Remodels are designed to fit your existing space, and we do it right. More than just a liner, we go down to the studs using only top-quality materials. Right now, we're waiving all installation costs. $800-384-7742. That's 800-384-7742. 800-384. Your credit card security, putting your personal data at risk. Big chain retailers and warehouse stores want to inflate their profits, and liberal Dick Durbin would help them do it. Tell senators, say no to the mega stores and Dick Durbin. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
This is Sirius XM Gateway, Channel 125.
truthful. This is the Sean Hannity Show.
9:25 now until the top of the hour. 800-941-SEAN. If you want to be a part of the program, Trent Morrow is going to join us in a minute. He formerly ran counterterrorism operations for NYPD intelligence. First, a reminder, this is the 25th anniversary year of 9/11/01, 2,977 of our fellow Americans killed that day. Many others, killed because of 9/11 related illness, which is very real. And the Tunnel to Towers Foundation has planned the most comprehensive commemoration in history. And May through September, the foundation's Steel Across America tour now is transporting a powerful symbol of reverence and resilience to communities all across the country, an authentic steel beam from the World Trade Center. This in honor of the many NYFD firefighters who made the ultimate sacrifice on 9/11. The foundation is delivering 343 mortgage-free homes to heroes and their families while they continue.
Well, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it, bud. I'll get with you in a bit about Hash Bash. Send you a text or something.
Being shared through 9/11 and the Speakers Bureau have their mobile exhibit traveling to communities all
gas is still under $3 here.
There's a whole generation out there, actually two now, that knows nothing about 9/11. They didn't live through it. And please join us and help the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. It's only through your generosity their great work continues. And by the way, you can donate an old car. You can donate land, which they can build a house on, whatever you have. Or $11 a month is the special sweet sauce, Frank Solar tells us all the time, that makes this work. Go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org, for the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Now, it is infuriating to me as we that I have now been warning for the 4 years of Biden and ever since that there is a threat to our homeland. Wide open borders, 12 million plus unvetted Biden-Harris Mayorkas illegals, among them not only murderers, rapists, child molesters, other violent criminals, but known terrorists. Remember, they came from over 200 countries that we are aware of, many with terror ties. That is a clear and present danger for the country. It's that simple. Now, in this case, in New York over the weekend, first of all, we learned over the weekend, too, that this got very little play. Miranda Devine picked up on it after a week-long trial that was barely noticed because of Operation Epic Fury. It had prosecutors arguing that, this guy in this case was found guilty of terrorism and murder for hire. And he claimed during the trial that the Iranians, were behind this assassination attempt on Donald Trump, but also claimed Thomas Brooks in Butler, PA was. And then he claimed during the trial that that was in fact the case. I don't know that to be true, but I'm just reporting what came out. Anyway, we found out, too, the parents of the alleged ISIS-loving wannabe terrorists. Again, they're homegrown. They're not from abroad in this particular case, but that does not mitigate the threat from illegals unvetted from countries with terror ties. The two men charged in federal court today with attempting to carry out this ISIS-inspired attack. And anyway, near New York's Gracie Mansion, the home of New York City Mayor Mamdani. Very scary. And it's, one of the trained terrorists who hurled these shrapnel bombs. Thank God they didn't go off. The carnage could have been great. Outside of Gracie Mansion, yelled, Allahu Akbar. And one of the terrorists that launched the bombs says that Allahu Akbar while being arrested by police. Now, this is important for a reason I'll explain on the other side. Right now, why is this more important? As he says this, because this morning in a press conference on this attempted bombing outside of his own home, and putting aside the issue of his wife liking, all the anti-Israel posts that went up after October 7th, which is so sick and twisted. twisted and ugly considering she's the first lady of New York City. But Donnie today gives a presser, refuses to condemn this pair of ISIS-sympathizing, loving, radical Islamists who are, again, it said Allahu Akbar, with tossing these IEDs near Gracie Mansion during this protest on Saturday. This was a vile protest rooted in white supremacy. None of that is true. Goes on to say, I'm the first Muslim mayor of our city. Anti-Muslim bigotry is nothing new to me, nor is it anything new for the 1 million or so Muslim New Yorkers. Adding, while I found the protest appalling, I do not waver in my belief that it should be allowed to happen. He said they are suspected of coming here to commit acts of terrorism. We know a lot more. We know that one of the kids grew up in a $2.5 million mansion. One top New York City Democrat tried to blame the attempted terror bombing by these ISIS-inspired jihadis on white Christian nationalists, the Manhattan Borough president. That Sunday blamed the wrong protesters for hurling these devices. Anyway, here to weigh in on all this, friend of the program, my friend Paul Morrow, also a Fox colleague. He formerly ran counterterrorism operations for NYPD intelligence. Can you explain this? Why can't he just say what this is here? If it was white nationalism, if it was anything other than this guy yelling Allahu Akbar, fine. Why can't he condemn his wife liking those posts, some 70 of them, according to reports?
Yeah, I mean, Sean, thank you for having me. It just does feel indefensible, doesn't it? And, even in the press conference today, this morning, where he had the opportunity to sleep on it and sort of clean it up, he still led very strongly with the counter-protesters and went very deep in